Testing. Testing. And or testing. Welcome, everyone. And welcome. And especially welcome. How's it going there, Deborah? Yeah. It's party time. Oh, yes. Yeah. Okay. I wish you got a refund. I own half of this stuff in this bundle. Okay, moving on. Hey there, bruh. So, there's going to be an update coming in about 4 hours or so. Or something like that. I'll be doing what I can until then. I posted a new document out there in the interwebs. I have distributed a document. It look like a this. It look like a this. I'll put you over there for a while. Yes. Is it? Do you see? Food and drink, buffs, and the resources required. The legends down here, 1 through 32 or whatever. You see, for example, silt bean puree requires 3, 23, 26, 31, and 32. So boiled water, right? Silt bean, spices, potato, and wood. You see? These are the foods I eat. Steep fern flower tea, sweet water, special blend, silt bean soup, brain bombs, steeped melon blossom chai, infused soap flour, flim flam tea, and a bunch of other garbage. Ooh-ee. A big old long list of foods. So I have a long list of resources I have to go for. All these different things. 55585, all these different awesome stats because herbivore mutation with the strange in numbers perk. It's wonderful. But that document will also be a work in progress. That didn't include berry mentats, for example, but that's a chem. You know. Oh, Deborah, you got your chicken coop? That's cool. You got your little ambiance brewing. Well, I guess I can get right to it. Last session I made a selection of foods. My carry weight should be fine. I'm sure I have a lot to do, as I usually do. It all depends on how I logged off last time and what I was in the middle of. So, we'll begin our session with breaking down things and selling stuff. Going to the treasury note vendor to get some more gold. And going from there. Checking my weapon durability. Oh boy. Hey Peter, you are going to join me at rank 100? Awesome. Bruh, it's 3:39 a.m. over here. 339octam.com. I was up for a bit before this, making that document. Y'all shouldn't be excited about finishing, because once it's over, it's over. You get nothing. Well, you know, you get some stuff, but you no longer get your daily challenges and all that. Hey there, Barbara. Come on. Barbara Papa, I'm from North America. Oh, the game is still loading. Come on. Hello. I'm from North America. Heard of it? Oh, yes. I'm proud to be North American. You know? Oh, yes. All up over here. North of the border. Oh, yes. Putting away a couple things. Swinging my chain, swinging my chain. Swinging my chain, swinging my chain. I'm from America. I'm from the western part of Northern America, but not the tippity northern. I'm from the United States of America, specifically the western version state of that whole complex. They're all touching. I'm on the, well, except for Alaska and Hawaii. But I'm that one over there. The far left is what they call us. The far lefters. The land of freedom, and orange is the other kind of orange. We have almonds and raisins. We have almonds and raisins here. Yep. Putting stuff away right now. Almonds and raisins. Sunflower seeds. Wine. Bison. Peter, you're in Newcastle, England. Michael, you're in Wales, Great Britain. I heard about your country. You've done some fine things over time. I'd be proud. You have a fine history. Aliens would be quite interested in your land. You have a queen? Isn't that crazy? You got a queen and stuff? Man, oh man. Alright, let's go take a little walk through this town here. I don't have an accent. Oh, yes. I speak English. And I'm void of all accenture.
Welcome to Watoga, city of the future.
I might as well be an alien person.
Welcome to the city of Watoga.
My accent is Deep Voice McGee. I have a deep voice. And, it feels good in my throat when I talk deeper. Therefore, from time to time, you know, I phlegm it up in there. But, you know, I don't think I have an accent. Accents are just, they're so weird, okay? You take the English language, or whatever language, and all of a sudden, you add some extra vowels. I mean, come on. Just imagine the words big game hunter. Big game hunter. English. English. Big game hunter. Okay? You take a person from Texas or the Bayou, they would have a really hard time saying those words. Oh, him, that'll, bear, big game on, hunter. They couldn't do it. The words are too small or something. It's just not in their mouth shape roundhouse. So they had all kinds of extra vowels, or they just don't say those words. Hunter, 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 Hunter. Okay, like 85 extra vowels? Come on now. That's what an accent is. Add some extra vowels that aren't really there. Just say the darn word. Thrill. Thrill of the grill. Thrill of the grill. There you go. You don't gotta add some extra garbage. See, a lot of accents just add extra words in between all those other words. You know what I mean? A person from like the Midwest, you get them to say thrill of the grill, they're gonna add some extra little words in there. Oh, while they're the thrill of the what the heck, to say the words. They couldn't do it. It's like they're all robots. This is a theory, you can test them. Read this. They can't do it. It's a test. Just write some stuff on a piece of paper and go bam. They'll short circuit. It's a theory I have going on here. Some words look very painful to certain accents.
Nuclear strike imminent.
Like Creator Studio.
Please exit the area.
Creator Studio. A person with like a really heavy southern accent, I don't think they could say the word creator without... How would you do it? I think it'll cause physical pain. It's like there's like a little... How would Bobby Boucher say Creator Studio? Well, he would have to do something with it. That's why he talks like that, because they can't talk. My gosh. And then they're all born into it, and they're all doomed. If you're born in the bayou, you're doomed for the rest of your whole life. You can't talk anymore. But think about it. Studio. You can't say the word studio. They'll say another word. They'll say like that good old plant house, you know, the music home. Because they can't say the word. It's sad, really.
Ready to exchange items.
Their brains are compartmentalized, and they're living on some wispy edge of themselves. Accent people? Oh boy. I'm making fun of everyone that has an accent. Do you have to throw your personality into the word? Is that you can throw your personality, but just don't change the phonetics of the word. Come on. A Saltron showroom access card. Look, it's doable. You heard it was me, but you can make out the words. If you get like Matthew McConaughey to say this, I don't think he could say the word card without stretching out that word. You know what I mean? He would really stretch out the word card. It would have like 5 A's in it. And that access would have a bunch of S's. Well, it doesn't really matter, you know. See, it doesn't really matter. The word is just a shell, right? What are words really? The word isn't the thing. The word is a representation of the thing, right? So it doesn't really matter what the word actually is to some people. Because who says what the word is besides what the word is? The word itself says it. It's written right there. You read the letters. It's not arguable. It says death from above. Oh, yes. But if you never had that written thing, if it was just people talking to one another saying, you know, death from above is happening, that'd be kind of weird.
Now displaying current stock.
I guess it doesn't really matter. If you have a consistent stretch of certain vowels, that's fine. If you consistently stretch your O's, adductol,
Ready.
anti-bow,
Initiate.
you know, that's what you do. You just have to consistently stretch certain terrible vowels forever until you die. And that's your accent. Vowel stretching. Well, I don't really have anything to sell here. I'll sell this meat.
How can I assist you today?
Hail, Tomas. And hail. This person has to wait. I'm doing fine work here. So I'm taking it back. There's nothing really wrong with the accent. It's just a consistent stretching of vowels.
Items.
Sound effects, you know, a consistency in the sound effects that you're making. There's nothing really wrong with that, right? Who am I to judge and condemn you? Why should I condemn you?
Now displaying current
For making
stock.
consistent sounds. I'd be the worst angel of them all, condemning people. Get called in to the big man. So what are you doing? I was like, well, you know,
Ready
sound effects they're making.
to Initiate.
So consistent.
Trading.
It's not against. It implies lack of free will. It implies you're a zombie.
Oh my gosh, thank you so
Thank you.
Thank you.
See, Facebook knows. They're giving me these free stars.
How can I assist
It doesn't imply you're a zombie,
you
but you're on the
today?
spectrum. Everyone's on the spectrum of zombie. We can't control it. You're diving in and out of being a zombie all day long. When you're driving to work, half of your drive is a zombie drive, and you're snapping in and out of consciousness.
Ready
while you're
to
driving.
Exchange items.
While you're reading a book, halfway through, you're in La La Land, and then you come back. Even while you're reading the book, even while you're playing a game, even while you're talking, halfway through, you zonk out. You're no longer alive. You're just a zombie person talking.
Now displaying current stock.
Sure is sad. Right now, I'm selling all of my meat, okay, and all the foods I'm not eating. As you saw, I published a document earlier displaying certain foods I'm
Ready
targeting.
to initiate trading.
Sure. Yes, it's a quarter. Tossing me a silver quarter. That's American change. Currency. North
How
American.
can I assist you today?
You can shut your mouth while I sell you stuff. Yep, this is what I have to do.
Ready to exchange items.
Yep, there's a person behind me. I feel their heat. I don't hear their clankety, shifty selves. They were in power armor, and I don't think I heard them leave said power armor.
Now displaying
Oh,
current
boy.
stock.
Heyo. We have just begun. We've only just begun. Okay. And as you see, I have a bunch of these supplies, and most of my gameplay
Ready
will center
to
around
initiate
collecting
trading.
ingredients. The list of the ingredients you saw me post at the Gooboberti Collective Facebook group earlier this morning. I posted a document. You hear me? A document. Alright. I'm selling some grenades to the vendor. And then I'll be selling some more of these left legs I made yesterday. And hopefully eventually I'll run out of things. Or I made 2 days ago. I made 34 left legs. And none of them were upgrades. So I'll sort by weight here. So all the items I crafted will be at the top. I'm looking for those Secret Service items that are garbage. I don't care about the auto stims really. Or the exterminators. Kinda lame, you know? Kinda lame. Ghoul Slayers. I already have a bunch of other options and I don't need Ghoul Slayers. I'll tell you that much. Mutants, nah. Mutants, nah. Regenerating. Nocturnal. I'll keep the Vanguard. Troubleshooting. Uh-oh. Uh-huh. Let's see what we got now. I'll work with all of this, and I'll try to get rid of that. Right here. Okay, I'll sort by value and get rid of the garbage first. Alright, that's it. Alright, there's 16 more script in there. I have to get some cheap items really quick. Alright, let's put away these. I was able to get rid of a few more today. The more expensive items, you know. That's why I saved them till the end. And I'll see if I can get some of these cheap legendaries out of here. Those 3. Oh, yes. Alright. And then I could sell the rest of those legendaries.
How can I assist you today?
Well, step 1, you can shut up. Alright, I have 3,000 caps. Let's try to buy something for a second. I'd like to give the vendor some money. So I can then sell more garbage.
Ready to exchange items.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll buy one more
Now
stack of something.
displaying current stock.
I'll buy some aluminum. Alright. That's all the rest. Boom. Now there's some room to grow. up and around, just like so. Sell these final items to the vendor.
Attention, citizens. Nuclear strike imminent. Please exit the area at your
Wonderful.
earliest convenience.
Now I'll head back down.
Thank you for your cooperation.
That's what we're gonna do when we first start. I just want to hit up these vendors and everything, you know. Sometimes I go through the day and I forget. And I never do. I hope you're all doing well. Damn. Alright. This is the main headquarters of the settlers. Turn in my flim flam. Ooh boy. And I need more, don't I? Is he ready to talk to me? He's probably sleeping. Let's go talk to him. Mr. Ward. Good morning, Julie. Up and over.
Those raiders are just out there. Wait. I see you have our... I'm sorry. I'd hate...
Alright, so now I have to do more daily quests and all that garbage. Or more public events. A whole lot of them, actually.
Yeah.
I'm all repaired up and good to go, though.
Got anything like that?
Unfortunately, Sunny can no longer
Okay,
dispense
924.
death
I'm good to
as a
go.
remedy
Let's go
for
eat a bunch of
slight.
foods. I'm pretty sure I have a bunch of extras. I made a bunch of duplicates.
I'll just buy this instead.
So, how about brain bombs? Bubblegum. Fill me up. Cranberry relish. Disease cure. Glowing fungus puree. Infused sunflower tea. Pumpkin pie.
You got the gold. I knew you could.
Silt bean puree. Silt bean soup. Steeped fern flower tea. Steeped fever blossom tea. Steeped melon blossom chai.
Sunny's provides
Sweetwater
needed
special blend.
sustenance for a
Sweet
meager
potato stew.
price.
Okay. And now I will check out the teams, blah blah blah. I'll join these guys. Ba ba doom sucka sucka ba. I'll take a nap. And play some music. And get rolling. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I posted this thing on the internet. I tried to put everything in the same frame, if you could see that. I have the legend on there, and I have the items specified down here on the left, and then I have the buffs in the middle, and the resources listed by, like, number. I have, like, 3, 17, 28, 31, 32. 3, boiled water, 17, mute fruit, 21, razor grain, 31, potato, you know, that sort of thing. You see? I posted this at various places, and it shows you blah 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 the buffs. And I basically ate most of this stuff here.
Attention, citizens.
Then we have
Nuclear
Halloween candy.
strike imminent.
hard
Please
lemonade,
exit
which
the
I'm
area
not
at
currently
your earliest
using.
convenience.
It's wonderful.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Let me guess. They're perfectly stacked and lined up. Hey, at least it's not perfectly stacked and lined up. At least they did that. If you're gonna do it, make it be one huge Venn diagram. So then, if you're going to...
You got the gold.
Shut up.
I knew you could.
Don't tell on me.
Oh, no.
I have ruined it. It is ruined.
No, it is on sale.
Oh. Nobody's fault but my own. Nobody's fault but my own. Oh, if I don't read, my soul will be wandering on. Yeah. Hey. Oh. All right. Alright, now I have all the buffs. We will now take over the map with a focus on loot. PrimaryCentral.com is the abandoned bog town. I love the fact that the game has provided us with an enhanced reason to loot. Today at, I believe, 7 a.m. my time, 10 a.m. Eastern time, Fallout will go offline for update 21. Update 20 being the legendary run. So I don't think they posted their patch notes. They'll probably post the patch notes once the game is offline, and then we'll see all the wonderful improvements beyond just this event. Just so you know, it's not just an event that's coming up later on today. It's an update. It's an update. Oh! Who even knows what's in that update, people? What's in the update? I don't know. My heart can only wonder so. There's a mutant dog over there. Okay. I love this area. Scorched earth. Scorched earth. Scorched earth. Scorched earth. Scorched earth. Scorched earth. Yeah. But who knows how long it's going to be offline, though, you know? Now, isn't it due time for them to have those legendary perks out? They did say that they're just pushing them back a little bit, you know? That we have to change them a little bit, and then we will re-release them. And maybe they're coming out today. Maybe, people. Do you think the legendary perks are coming today? Will I be upgraded today? Just a little bit? Oh, man. Okay, well, if any of you are in the private test server, I give you permission to tell me whether or not you know if it's going to drop today. But don't tell me anything about anything else, or I will persecute you. Hey, Kevin. I don't know. I think we would have heard some talk about it, you know? I would have heard someone talking about it by now. What do you think about the new perks? You know? Oh, someone did bring it up already. And I told them to not talk about it. But I don't know. I just think it's a possibility that we're gonna see the legendary perks today. And well, either way, I think we'll be seeing some bug fixes. Usually they wait, you know, and there'll probably be a partially long list of bug fixes where 90% of them don't matter. I was like, oh, okay, I don't care about that. Oh, that was a problem? I didn't know about that. But then there'll be like 2 or 3 things that will be great. It's like, whoa, they fixed it. Hey, they fixed it where you no longer, where the workbench no longer times out if you click on it at the wrong time. That's been a problem. Where if I go to the workbench at the wrong timing, it'll kind of like lock me in there, where I can't do anything for a while, unless I fast travel out of there. They'll probably fix something like that, you know. But a bunch of stuff like that. If they fix that problem where you can't swap your weapons out quickly, or you can't use a cam or something until you put your weapon away, that horrible bug where you can't run and do certain activities until you put the weapon away. If they fix that bug, oh boy. And this right here has been this bug right here, this has been pretty common recently. For a long time I didn't see this bug, but I've seen it recently where there's a bunch of this going on for the past week and a half or so. I don't know, for a bit now. So that might be addressed because it's a recent bug. I think it's a bug that was caused by one of their more recent updates, so they could just figure out what the problem is. Sometimes the jetpack doesn't display and I have to take off my chest and put it back on. Oh, they'll probably fix the issue where sometimes the workshops don't display on the map and you have to leave the whole world and come back in to fix it. Just think of all those little issues. You know, there's a list of them. It's not like they're super bad issues, but small things that are vaguely annoying that will happen less and less. I mean, there was an issue a while ago where if you fast travel, you're likely to never spawn in ever again. It was sort of terrible. Yeah. Bunch of creatures just standing around. Sometimes you have turrets do it often where the turret is kind of merged sideways, but that's always been a problem. Yeah. Sometimes they throw in weird nerfs, you know? They throw in weird nerfs and rebalancing all the time. Like the thing with the shotgun where they threw in you want to call it a nerf, where it now counts how much you've charged the weapon before you've used VATS. Like if you charge the weapon and then go into VATS, it'll do more damage than if you just use VATS. Where sometimes if you're using VATS back to back, you're not charging in between. But I usually charge in between my VATS hits. I find it, if you hold the charge between shots, it makes the next VATS hit automatically hit. See, I'm holding it in between, where I was at least. That sort of thing. They sneak in little nerfs and buffs. I think the update might very well be a big one. Speaking of that, Go. I haven't looked at it yet. This is my first time looking at it. Just so I could tell before and after. I don't want to say, look all the stuff that they added with the updates. And no, that was there. I just never went. Hello. What do we have here? A brand new member of the Inner Circle. Welcome. Thank you for becoming a supporter of the channel. And thank you. Oh, brand new. Buddy, aren't you the most auspicious of flims? Here. Boom, 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 boom. With a boom and a boom. Thank you. Yeah. And now you two can make the red face. You too can make the red face. Hello. I was told to come here. Hello. Okay. Yes, today's going to be the Brotherhood of Steel events. Today. And today. Eyebrows raising. So amazing. Yo ho, a pirate's life for yo.
This is Grafton's Mare. Of course, you know that. It seems another body has been discovered at Friggate's Fort. Can't let the poor fellow just sit in a box. Go get those remains and bury them at the battlefield cemetery.
Seeing as I'm in the Toxic Valley, I like to put on my woodchucker. Oh, buddy, Kevin, you got your Secret Service jetpack yesterday. Yeah, all kinds of gold. Oh my goodness, gracias. Fly like a bird. Golf club. I wonder what they served here. Sandwiches. We got sandwiches. We got sandwiches. Nope. We have cold cuts. We have coffee for you. We have soup chipped in from down the street. Wonderful. Yuca cherry. Clipboard, plastic, all these items. Golf club, bunch of pencils here. That's lead. You better believe it adds up. It should reach a point where you no longer have to turn your entire stack of lead into ammo. You just do what you need, because eventually it won't be possible. It won't be smart. So over here we're getting the mutated fern flower and wood in the form of the wood on the ground and the dogwood trees that are all around. Remember, if something rhymes, it's true. So try your hardest and do what you have to do. If it rhymes, it's true. That's the rules. I don't make them. Oh, yes. Hey there, Pete. Yep. In the end, it's all about that flux. And now you have a reason to bomb. Ooh-wee. Ha! It's been kind of happening, this sort of situation. Alright. I'm kind of zigzagging around a bit for a second. And heal. Alright. Danny, the update is, well, they said that they're bringing the game offline for maintenance at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Right now, it's 4:22 Pacific Time. CaliforniaLand.com. I got an accent, and I speak English. Alright. I sure do like having all this AP. Sure is cool. Remember, I was trying to survive as long as possible without any 8 items. Because whenever there's a survival mode in the future that might be relevant, because you drop a percentage of your 8 items whenever you die in survival mode. You got your gosh shot. You spent over 30 modules, not one bloodied, but you got a nice 2-shot. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, this bloodied here is just a 1-star. It took me a while to get that as well. I don't know how many I went through, but like for example, like I mentioned, I was trying to upgrade my left leg just to get. I'm looking for a 3-star unyielding with weapon weight reduction on it. That's all I want. I mean, come on. I'm not going to build anything right now. That's all I want. Who could ask for anything more? I'll build stuff on the next rotation. I just don't have any perks there for the contractor perk or the home defense. I just want to move around and capture things right now. Even though it's always wise to put down something. You know what? Seeing as I do need the royal jelly and the honey and the honeycomb, I'm going to put down my Collectron building. It's very cheap, so I'm not going to worry about it. What's my base damage? I'll tell you in a second. I'll tell you once I... Here, let me lower my life down. Well, Pete, tell me what your base damage is when you're in the nerd rage zone, because otherwise it's not a fair comparison. get into the nerd rage zone where you're about to die. And make sure you have adrenal reaction mutation. So, for a fair comparison, you have to use the weapon like a bloodied weapon. Okay? So, for a fair comparison, it's only comparable if you lower your life as much as possible and you have the adrenal reaction mutation. So that being said, I'll lower my life as much as possible and I'll look at the weapon. 1,422. Oh my gosh. That was a double. And I'm not using any of the shotgunner perks. I'm using Enforcer and Skeet Shooter. And then Concentrated Fire 1. Remember, the difference here is Bloodied just increases the damage by 80%. Pretty sure. So just take whatever your damage is and then just plus 80%. That's all. That's all. Alright. It might be, Greg, it might be the adrenal reaction mutation. And how low I lowered it. I lowered it pretty low just now. Okay. And none of those foods increase range damage. Unless you're considering criticals. The floor is lava. Flim flam. You don't have to do the gabba hay in the morning time. I'm putting down contractors so I can farm some resources. Hey Marcus, if you want the helmet for the Captain Cosmos suit, you have to purchase it from the Atomic Shop in the Captain Cosmos set. I did not buy the helmet for the T-65 or the chest yet. I'm currently sitting at a certain amount of gold. I don't want to buy the helmet until I have enough for the helmet and for the mod for the helmet, but that's the next piece I'm going for. And then for the chest. Yeah, I'm going to farm through here first. Yeah. I saw that same poster in Fallout 4. Radiation King. Oh, I have Bloody Mess on as well, Greg. For 15% more damage. That might be why. I'm using Bloody Mess, so that might be why. That could be it. Yeah, but Bloody Mess, Nerd Rage, Concentrated Fire 1, Enforcer, and Skeet Shooter. Roxanne, you don't have to do things with your face tonight. Oh, they fixed, they're fixing adrenaline? Well, there you go. I used to use adrenaline. 60% more damage. It's quite a bit, and it keeps you going. It keeps you going. And adrenaline was one of the things I needed in order to kill mutants with tomahawks and throwing knives. I was using stealth attacks, drugs, covert operative, you know, and hitting them in the face with the tomahawk. And adrenaline non-stop. All these workshops are sort of cleared. It's kind of weird. Shut up. Thank you for giving yourself away. Oh boy. I heard you. Are you done now? Gotta run around and find this guy. Eat the pie. Yay. Yep, I'm just building that one unit, and I really love using a refrigerant backpack. Kind of sad I'm not representing it with the proper skin, but I really love the skin I'm wearing. I will be changing away from the skin eventually. I don't want to be in this nasty old team. That's right. Shoot dot doodle doodle doo doo doo. Yeah. Bam. Everywhere you go, I'll follow you right on down. But not that far, my friend. Oh no. Not that far. But all other spots are a-okay. Oh boy, today is the day. Let's go check out Bethesda's Twitter. Hear me, Bethesda? Bethesda. The official home for everything. Update 21. Here's the forum for more information. I found the forum. Oh my god. Okay, well I found the forum, so that forum should contain any sort of updates if it's going to take too long, and it might even reveal what the patch notes are on that forum, and people should be complaining through that forum. Yes, Danny, it's smart that you and your whole team all have a very high charisma so that you could share the high-level perks. It's very good, because ideally that's what you want. You want to be able to share the very expensive perks that the other characters that everyone can benefit from, and people could invest in different areas. For example, if one person needs high agility because they're stealthy, another person needs high strength or something, well, there's perks that people can use in those different categories that apply for everybody, you know? Or like endurance. A person might need more endurance, a person might need less, but the person that has more can share ironclad. You know, if you have 15 charisma. So yes, it's a very good thing if your team is working intelligently to synergize your shareable perks using your extra charisma. Yes, it's very good. That's one of those goals that you want in life. It's a big investment, though. There's all kinds of really cool perks under charisma, though. If you find yourself stuck, quote unquote, with 15 charisma, there's all kinds of cool stuff in there. All kinds of cool stuff in charisma. Really. Right now, I only have 1 charisma, so it's pretty terrible, the fact that I can't really share anything. Yeah, what? Not, I can't share anything. And, you know, I'm not getting the extra XP from Inspirational. I'm not getting the extra effect from pre-war alcohol with Party Boy. I'm not getting the hard bargain effect for better deals at the vendor. Those sort of things. But my base charisma is pretty high because of my armor. Because of the unyielding nonsense. I feel like all these workshops have been cleared, but there's no one here. You see? Kinda weird. I love shooting down doors at unopened workshops. Alright. I need to get the heck out of here. Well, the movement speed buffs from charisma do not stack with speed demon, but it gives you an option. If you don't need the extra reload speed, you know, and you don't want to have the negative effects of getting thirsty and hungry all the time, then you don't need speed demon, and you could rely on gun runner or squad maneuvers under charisma for that 20% movement speed boost. But right now, these things don't stack. I was trying to stack them at one point until I found out that they don't stack. It was quite disappointing. Yeah, it's quite. Yeah. No, they don't stack, Danny. It sucks. It sucks. Look, there's different categories where it says you move faster, and I thought I could move 60% faster through the gun runner and squad maneuvers and speed demon. But then I raced somebody, and they were faster than me. Well, I think then there's something else in power armor as well. I don't know. It was something else. But then I got up. They're still faster than me. I was like, what the heck's happening? Or it was about the same speed. But it should be obviously way faster. Sucks. Now, one good thing is, you see how, you know, this is your running speed, and then if you have the weapon out and you're aiming, you have a certain speed, whatever. There's a speed for crouching. You can increase your crouching speed faster, or you can increase your, I'm sure you know this, but you can increase your sneak speed faster and faster. And faster still, to the point where it's just as fast as someone like walking around at normal speed or whatever the heck it is, maybe even jogging, sort of, because it's not going faster than 20%. It's just removing some of the speed loss from crouching. So if you have the full set of wood armor with the shrouded mod, you move faster while in stealth. Your sneak movement speed is faster. And that stacks, I'm pretty sure, with a fixer, because that also has the movement speed is increased while sneaking effect. Well, that's annoying, isn't it? Oh my god. Yeah, a lot of these buffs and perks and all that garbage don't stack, and I think that they're really meant to be options. They're all options to get the same sort of effect, which is great. If things are stackable, you end up, you know, putting yourself in one little box. But if there's options and they aren't stackable, that means that there's no one way of doing anything. Heart of the Swamp.
Attention, this here's Raleigh Clay on a priority message recording. A stranglerheart's been picked up in the vicinity and its vine-infested creatures won't be far behind. To anyone listening, take down that heart before it controls too many creatures and things get out of hand.
Alright. Bump, 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 bump. Bump, 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 bump. Old man. I just don't want... See, I don't want them walking in front of my gun. If they walk in front of my gun, I die. I'm doing this Heart of the Swamp event. Oh boy. So dangerous. Oh boy. Okay, I'm using berry mentats right now to find these enemies in the darkness. You see, I could selectively use berry mentats, you know? I don't have to use it all the time. I can use it when I need to. It just has a bonus of giving me +5 intelligence. Yeah. Oh boy. I got all lost for a second. So in reality, I think you use other senses to find stuff. Like you kind of feel the air and you smell.
Warning! Additional seismic activity's been picked up at the Hearts location. Be on the lookout for something big.
Derek, with the foods, most of the foods that you eat last for about an hour. Some of them last, I think, hour and a half. Some of them last for half an hour. It appears like the more expensive the ingredient, and the more ingredients, the longer the food lasts. But around that time frame. Now, certain things last for like 30 seconds, or a minute, or whatever. Or just a couple seconds. Like, for example, a Nuka-Cola, or a Nuka-Cherry, it delivers its AP over time. And it has a certain amount of AP inside of it. It has 25 default, a cherry, and then that amps up to 75 if you have cola nut over time. That time for example, right here it has that little flim there. I think it's 20 seconds or so. Here, I'll show you. If I take one now, this razor green flower, my Gauss minigun, it's a bloodied, reduced weight, bash damage. So if I take this flower, just one of them, right? You can see how long it lasts for. Razor green flower, under 1 minute. You see, under 1 minute, plus 4 AP per second for under 1 minute, and now it's gone. You see, it tells you how much it gives you, though. You see, so it's 60 AP, which means it lasts for 15 seconds. That's 4 AP per second for 15 seconds. Now, razor green flower is the same thing as gumdrops, cotton candy bites, sugar, honey. There's a bunch of items that give you AP 60, and they all stack. So you can go honey, 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 sugar, 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 razor green flower, razor green flower, and just use a bunch of them, and it'll all stack within that 15-second time window. So that means if I were to stack 4 of these, it should give me 16 AP per second for 15 seconds. Right there, you see AP 16. And it keeps on stacking and then it goes away. So that's over time. The real jelly taffy works the same way. A lot of foods work the same way. If there's an hourglass, you see right here for the pumpkin pie, well everything has a little clock next to it. But that's what it's all about. So the Halloween candy works a little bit differently. Halloween candy gives you immediate AP, just straight up 5 AP. You see? It just says AP 5. It's not overtime, it's just 5 AP. And you could of course spam it. You can go candy, candy, candy. Thank you, Rob, for those stars. Right? Hey, oh my gosh, thank you so Thank you. Yes. So, if you're on PC and you have an MMO mouse with a bunch of buttons on the side, you could assign this stuff to different positions, and you could, for example, I have 5 set for razor grain flour or whatever, then 8 set for the candy, and I hit a couple buttons and I hit a couple other buttons. You see. I don't believe what you're saying, and I don't care about what you're saying, Danny. Okay, so... yeah. Different foods do different things, but they all stack. They all stack in different ways. Is there a way to tell if something will last that long? It doesn't. It sort of says, if you look at your foods, right? Well, it doesn't say how long it lasts. It does not say how long the food lasts. The only way, how, like, see right here, I ate a bunch of foods a while ago, and all the longer term foods went away. But you see, I have 14 minutes left. You could tell after you're done eating, or you can count it. You see, brain bombs last longer than everything else. I ate everything around the same time, but then I recently ate another pumpkin pie. But see, brain bombs last a very long time. But everything else is lasting around that 13-minute, you know, however long it is. It's like an hour. I should write... okay, well, in the future, I should write on that list how long these things last. But it's between hour and a half, something like that. It's long enough so that if you sleep and play your music and eat at the same time, it'll all wear off at the same time. As it should. You see, well, the well-rested lasts quite a bit now if you sleep at your own camp, but the well-tuned should last around the same time as the rest of your primary foods. Yeah. Okay. Well, my shotgun's about to break, so I should probably go fix that. Well, I am just taking over a couple workshops. Let's go take over another workshop and go from there. Yeah, but I posted this earlier today. I just have to add the time. So I'll add how long these things last, sort of thing. You know. Sure. You see how this chart works? Over here in the resources, it shows which resources are needed to do what you gotta do. But, you know, in the end, it doesn't really matter because it's about an hour. And if I tell you, it's based upon how many the ingredients. It's a, you know, it's a couple things. Not many things are an hour and a half. It's just generally an hour. Hour. And that's, you don't really need a whole column, and less is more, you know? It starts to become too much information. Well, all the foods I listed are an hour. Besides whatever. Some things like you have, for example, you have the steeped blah 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 tea and the simple blah 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 tea. I'm pretty sure the steeped stuff lasts longer because it requires like pepper and spices and all kinds of ingredients, when the other stuff is just the plant and water and wood. so that doesn't last as long as, you know. So if you have a tea that involves, let's make it up, soot, flour, water, and wood, that's not going to last as long, perhaps, as something that requires soot, flour, honey, spices, Mirelurk egg, and water or wood. It'll last a while. And if you notice, I didn't include any food that provided luck, and I was hesitant about including the food that provides perception, because I don't really need perception. Even though perception does help, you know, and I am using VATs to hit those leg shots and wing shots, you know. So I guess it does help. But I figured out how to overcome the VAT system. Yeah. Let's build in the Collectron Shack. I'll build more later on. I need that royal jelly taffy. Roll out. Okay. And I should probably repair my weapon right now. Yep, there's a weapons workbench right behind this workshop. I'll do it there. Before I go take over another workshop that's going to be full of enemies. And I'll get ruined. I'll become ruined indeed. Oh boy, I can't stand it. I really can't stand it. Some people. Okay, let's go repair this weapon right about now. I wonder if I leave the server and come back, if that problem will be fixed with that sound. Well, I'll make my own team. Alright. Now we move on. I had a bunch of garbage on me. Ooh-wee. This whole time, I never put any of it away. That would have been embarrassing. Let's go up here. Still taking over workshops and putting down my basic Collectron station. Sure. Alright. Down the hill. Lower my life. All the way down. There's nobody on the server. I have contracted dysentery. I have all the AP in the world. Okay. Alrighty. And we move on. Carry on right down the street now. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Yay. You think the shotguns are bugged, Barba Papa? Well, doesn't matter what you people think. Everything's kind of bugged in their own little way. But in terms of bugged for extra damage, I don't know. Just like I was using my little meat hook, and then suddenly that becomes the weapon that everybody wants because it's like the only weapon that was a fist and a 100 weapon. I didn't know that. I'm just using the darn thing. Golly. They should be in vats. How many times about? All the pellets hit in vats, just like with the heavy weapon. All the bullets hit the target. How's it any different? How's it any different? That's how it works. If you use VATS with a heavy weapon, when at first the bullets are flying randomly, and now all the bullets are hitting the same target, and you have this crazy automatic weapon with all the bullets hitting the same target with a shot group being stacked, you have a stacked shot group, and you're complaining about the shotgun. Heavy weapon does it. That's just how VATS works. That's why VATS is good in this game. Okay, I'm gonna hop over here to Wade Airport and go from there. Well, that's just how it works. If you have a Gatling gun, like some crazy weapon where the bullets firing all crazy, if you were to use VATS to target a limb, all the bullets would hit the same target. Same thing with the shotgun. The shot group tightens up and it hits the limb. It's just what happens. But it's about the distance to the target, and that's what makes it balanced, because it's a shotgun. So unlike, it's not just the fact that it's just a pellet, it's the distance is what matters, you know? Whereas if it were just a machine gun or whatever, the distance to the target would not matter. Hey Danny, I looked it up, but I just think that you're a scumbag. Because, you know. Yeah, no. And you spelled my name wrong, scumbag. So on that note, because you spelled my name wrong, I'm closing out YouTube chat. I don't want to talk to either of you. That was a straw. Keep on asking me these ridiculous questions from the world of cheat. I don't need your world of cheating, infecting my narrative, infecting my world with your little thoughts. You don't get to talk to me right now. You can come on down to Facebook, unless you're afraid of the boogeyman or something. Alright. What do we have here? Bunch of garbage. Oh, you really gotta hate people. You really gotta hate people. This is something that those losers on YouTube would do. This is something that they would do. And they don't see the problem with it. This is what they would do. Something stupid like that. Alright. Really makes me sick. Can't stand it. I get so angry. I don't know why some people even play games. Why are you doing it? You should probably do something else. Go fishing or something. You should go fish. Let me just take my time building a bunch of garbage that does nothing, and I'm taking time to do it. It's one thing if it was faster, but it takes longer to build that garbage. Let me just put equidistant power connectors around the perimeter and have them do nothing. Like this. Like this. Do you see this? Look how dumb this is. And it took time. Oh, I wish I could ban their account. I wish I had the power to ban their account. Some people, when they show up in the chat, I'm just waiting for them to say something horrible. And they don't let me down. And when they confirm my beliefs, you know. Oh boy. I don't want my name associated with this garbage. It's gonna take too long to delete. Oh, so terrible. This person probably thinks that they're good. They think that because there's so many people doing this sort of thing now, it really is a meta from some garbage person. Some loser is doing this and talking about it on Reddit or something. And I hate it. Okay, let me go over here. I can't stand it. I don't want to be here. Goodbye. Okay. Well, that's about all of them. I guess I'll go take over the munitions factory really quick. Oh boy. By way of the Red Rocket. Oh boy. I know those things serve as a distraction for the enemy, and that they'll walk there and get all caught up, but it's just so stupid. Okay, gotta hurry up. Yeah. Flim flam. With the GABA, hey now. Alright. Hello. There you go. Sorry, can take it over. Oh, these people are garbage. They should be fired from the world of gaming. I'm telling you, I've been pointing out this weird stare thing for a bit now. Someone said that they're doing it for their daily thing, but I think they think it's a strategy. They think it's a solid strategy. And sure. It's like putting a big pile of old shopping carts to stop the enemy. Sure, it works. It makes noise when they have to move the shopping carts, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, there's other things. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I don't know. Okay, now I'm doing a swing through. There's a person over there. So be it. So be it. Let's go through all these workshops and collect my bounty. Dylan. Oh yeah, I still have the woodchucker perk on. Great. Okay, I'm about to swap a couple perks out, get myself some contractor. Ho hum, hi, ho hum, hi, hey, with a heartily hum and a hey and a hi, oh hi. Yeah. I'd really rather have a person build nothing than build a bunch of garbage, because you could take over the nothing, but if a person builds the garbage, they're actively consuming the resources that are free at the workshop, you know? And yeah. The nothing thing is a strategy. It could be you're watching a shorter time window. You see, I went through around the entire map and built nothing, and then I'm coming back and I'm building stuff. But I really built just a collectron unit so I can come back to a couple important nodes. Yeah. Oh. Well, oh, do they require a certain... see, I don't know about the daily challenges anymore or whatever. There are some where it wants you to build a bunch of stuff for the whatever, but they are choosing to build lights and water pumps. Okay? They're choosing to build lights and water pumps. But I guess it's asking for certain things to be built, huh? But usually it's just, I don't know. I really do think that they think it's a strategy. That, because it does work, you know? Everything works as the scarecrow. You know, so it does work to attract the enemy and sometimes get them caught up. And if you do have a tingly mess of water pumps and other items, the enemy will get caught up in there. Just like if you have a bunch of crops, it sort of lures in the enemy. And if you don't mind them eating your crops, that's where they're going. So it's just a very simple... It's just too simple. It's just too simple, and then it's messy. It's a messy simpleness I don't approve of. Okay, I'll come back and build more later. I'm building the preliminary flim-flam step. I got the acid. I'm not building any additional defenses beyond what we need with the resources and everything. Okay. Oh yes, I'll build one more thing. Quite important. I don't know anything about glitching. I don't know about how a person could build things at a workshop to glitch. I don't see how that's related. Yeah, I'll put some tires down here. Floor decor. Tires. moving on. Rawhide. I'm here for the royal jelly, the honey, the honeycomb, the pre-war sugar bombs, and other nonsense. Gumdrops, cotton candy bites. All this stuff is all AP friendly. Almost. Still a couple creatures left up in here. Let's just try to pass through, find the creatures, and get going. Well, there's my ammo. Okay. Is there nobody else on this darn map? What's going on here? Is this server dead? The server's dead. Oh, you know why the server's dead? It's because there's a ton of people that were... I think there's... my server was filled with a bunch of people that were server hopping, doing a bunch of bombs. You know? Is what the problem was. Bunch of people were here, server hopping, doing the bomb because they launched 3 bombs back to back, and I think they bounced to another server, and I think it was more than one group. I think it was like 3 groups of 4 left. Good morning, Lee. Are you having breakfast? The egg of a bird. Bird eggs in the shell for extra calcium and roughage. Oh, yes. Just make sure you chew the shell a lot. You dig? A lot. Gotta chew that shell. Let's go check on the flims. Again, I'm building in phases. I'm building in phases. Oh, so much is coming with the update. No one knows. All that we know is update 21, and it's going to at least have the Brotherhood of Steel scrap turn-in event at the Atlas Observatory, where you're supposed to turn in large volumes of different resources over the course of a couple weeks, phase Alpha, phase Bravo, for different cosmetic rewards and so forth, like a banner and a beret, stuff like that. It's sort of like in the past when we had the pre-meat week Scorch Beast murdering events, where they were keeping track of how many Scorched we were killing, and every so often they would talk about it during on their website. They would display, you've killed this many Scorched Beasts, this is your favorite food. And the day before, they would say, this many pepperoni rolls were eaten, good job eating those pepperoni rolls. This is going to be the same thing, where there's going to be a public website where they show how many how much junk we've turned in, and then once you do that, you know, you get the rewards. But beyond that, probably a bunch of bug fixes and some other stuff that we don't even know about. But we're gonna find out, and hopefully Bethesda will be posting their patch notes. So whenever the game shuts off, in about an hour and a half, the game will be shutting off. Before I end the stream, because it'll probably be offline for a couple hours, Bethesda might be publishing the patch notes. So I'll go over the patch notes at the end of the stream. It might be exciting. They might talk about some important fixes that we've been waiting on. You know, the game really would be one of the best games ever if just a couple tiny things are fixed. The tiniest. You know what I mean? Inconsequential. Just every so often you get hung up, and I could tolerate it, but I don't think a lot of other people can tolerate some of these things. It used to be pretty bad in the past. It's gotten a lot better. Like with base building, connecting wires and everything. It'll just take too long doing certain things. You only eat once a day, keep under 1,000 calories, and let your body consume itself. Wait. Hey Lee, well, you only eat once a day, 1,000 calories. What do you eat? What is it? Is it some sort of paste? A slurry of some variety? Is it whipped? Do you inject it? Or consume it orally? Oh yeah. Alright. I've seen better days. Hopping on down to all my workshops to retake them all, one by one. Yep, what we're doing. Trying to get some of these resources. I might have to go to another server because everyone's gone. My name is Samuel Hayden. I was born at the beginning of time. Might consider me something beyond a human. I now reside within this metallic form, imprisoned within my own existence. The Doomslayer will be coming soon to rip and tear. Close these portals. Rip and tear. Gotcha, sucker. Once they're all almost gone, the game will show me where the remaining are. Sandra, good morning. How you doing? Oh, yeah. Whoa. Where are you, beasts? Show yourself. Cool. Doing my retake duties. There we are. Doing my retake duties. But I do want to go to another server because there's nobody here. Oh, wasting my time. Most of this, the reason why I do this is to interact with other players. Oh boy. Doe a deer, a female deer. Ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself. Fa. A long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread. La. A note that follows so. A drink with jam and bread. Apparently. Jam, bread, tea. That'll bring us back to something. It's ma'am. Oh boy, why am I even building anything? Why am I even building anything? I need to get the heck out of here. They call those foods. That's why I do it. That's why I do it. People ask me why I do it. That's why. Uh-oh. I don't have any ammo. What in the world? Okay, well, it's okay. Open the door. Open the door. Open. Good catch, literally. Open the door. Come on, man. I'll take the door right off. Oh, come on. Move. Yeah. And yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, hey, if you want to quit cigarettes, just try some DMT. Have you tried DMT? You put it under your tongue before you go to bed, you wake up, no more cigarettes. DMT. I don't want to hear that gunfire anymore. It's a joke. Hey Cortana, what's DMT? Hey Cortana, what's DMT?
According to medicalnewstoday.com, DMT, an N-dimethyltryptamine, is a hallucinogenic tryptamine drug that occurs naturally in many plants and animals. It is also referred to as the spirit molecule due to the intense psychedelic experience.
Yeah. Put some of that under your tongue before you go to bed. Wake up a new flim flam. You'll forget all about cigarettes and so forth. And earth. Right. Why are you in the door? No, you just do it one time, you'll be good. You do it one time. Just go to your doctor and say, I heard about DMT. They go, uh-huh. Step this way. They take you down to the basement. The walls are painted red. It's trippy, but it's okay. They put on an animal head. Come on now. Open the door. Open the door! Oh, yes. Aha! Goodbye, door. No. Yes. Yes. It's a joke, you people. DMT, it's what Joe Rogan mentions every 3 seconds. It's a joke. Joe Rogan talks about DMT every 3 seconds of his life. Because he's taken it. And it's changed his life. He keeps on talking about it. He brings it up. It's a meme, okay? It's a meme. People are so out of the loop. Here. You know, he talks about it every 3 seconds of his dirty old life. It's all he does. It's all he does. Can't help it. You know? And sometimes, you know.
Up to a blind man. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. Like, there's no way.
Here you go.
Keeps you working. But there's, you know.
Hold on.
You would think that if there's something like that, that it would be on the front.
He talks about it all day long. It's all he ever talks about. Because I think through that he realized that there's interdimensional aliens, you know, and about the universe, and about, you know, the illusion was shattered for him. You know, you take a person, you put him through enlightenment, you have him redirect their life a bit, you know, and he's had that happen to him a couple times. I think what happened was, I think he went into it recreationally, but he came out of it all weird and spiritual, and now he never stops talking about it. Alright. What's up with these bears? What's going on? Hey. Y'all done? Are you done? It sucks that I have to leave the server, though. One left. Power attack. Alright. Cool. I think we're done here on the server. I think we're done here on the server.com. Goodbye. That sucks, doesn't it? Yep. Alright. Head back home. I have to make more ammo. This is a public server though. Hey, here's a question for you. What song goes shibbity-doo-doo, shibbity-doo-doo, huh? Shibbity-doo-doo, shibbity-doo-doo. What song is that? You know? He's trying to figure out if you're from my dimension. It was a big song where I came from. Oh, yes. I'll give you a hint. It was by Michael Jackson.
Life is better.
But here's the problem. I'm not going to make the sound again, so now you have to search your memory for the sound I made. Oh boy. Can you get it? It was by Michael Jackson. If you get it, you get yourself a golden Zagnet. Oh boy. While supplies last. Alright, let's go do our thing. Alright, making some ammo.
You know, the world's kind of amazing, if you stop and take a look at it.
Yeah. I wrote up the lyrics for you, but I'm not gonna make the sound again. It's by Michael Jackson. Well, it's Shadooey Dooey, Shadooey Doo Dooey Doo, Shadooey Dooey Doo, Shadooey Dooey Dooey Doo, Shadooey Dooey Doo, Shadooey Dooey Dooey Doo, Shadooey Dooey Doo, Shadooey Dooey Dooey Doo, Shadooey Dooey Dooey Doo, ha ha, Shadooey Dooey Dooey Doo, Shadooey Dooey Dooey Doo, Shadooey Dooey Dooey Doo.
I miss
Up
the
to
days
yeah, yeah,
when there
yeah.
were more things
Up to yeah, yeah. You want up to you, yeah, yeah, yeah. You want it's up to you. Shooty wee doo doo. Yes. I had to help you. I had to help you, but you win. You win, Michael. You're from my dimension. You're the only one from my dimension. Michael's the only one from my dimension. What's up with that? What's up with that? We represent the Lullaby Guild. The Little Pop Guild. Whatever. But Michael got it. Michael wins. Here's another one. Boom. See that? I didn't lie. Boom. While supplies last. Boom. Guess what? Supplies are infinite. Okay. We're all good to go. I'm at 381 for some horrible reason. But I had to come back and make some ammo. I found the reason. About to conquer a new map. Yes. The song was black or white. Shidibidibidibidoo. Shidibidibidibidoo. Hup, hup. Hup, hup. So black? Here why? Here's up to the head and hair. Here why? With the up to the head and who. You know what? And the up to with the hep and hair. We're all from the same land now. We're pulling in with the entanglement theories of the Bose-Einstein condensate and the, you know. You gotta do these tests sometimes. Just like, you know, writing something on a piece of paper, showing it to them and say, read that. If they start adding extra words, you really have to question, what are they seeing? You saw that movie They Live, or whatever it was, right? With the shades and the bubblegum and the kicking butt. You know? Some people might see, like for potted plants. Some people cannot say that. I think they're seeing extra words. It's all colored differently. Some people, if they read the word wooden patio chair and I say read that, they'll say seat stool? Yeah, seat stool. It says sit stool. No, it says wooden patio chair, you maniac. Oh yeah, well, same thing, you know. I bet you some people will just say a completely different word. If you say read this, they'll say, in their brains, they don't hear the words read this. They hear what is this, you know? What is this? Not read this. Like, for example, what is this? It says dumpster. They might say, trash bin. It's a trash bin. A trash bin. You know? Some weird thing because they can't say the word dumpster. But it's an automatic thing. It's an automatic brain thing. It's really just a test to see if they're from your reality. After you say, read the word and point at it, at that point you're pulling them in to this multiverse sector. Let's say. I'm putting away a couple items.
I love the smell of corpses in the morning.
Miscellaneous, gunpowder. Okay, now we're good to go. Ooh. Now I have to sleep again and eat more food. We'll take over this map now.
To have a wild night with these gems.
And this time I'll keep Contractor on. And I guess home defense. I'll do what I have to do. This gets crazy. No, I'm just going to build the Contractor situation, and I'll build more later on. I'll build it in phases, in waves. In waves? Yeah? Hey, Cortana. Who invented chocolate?
According to wanttoknowit.com, chocolate was invented sometime between 1100 and 1400 BC. This is date archaeologists suggested after finding evidence of the cultivation of cocoa, which produced chocolate, at a site in Puerto Escondido, Honduras.
I don't believe it. So chocolate was a drink. And it prevents coughs.
This camp could use more corpses.
Ah. So chocolate really is theobromine. Everything else is just a bunch of nonsense. The true nature of chocolate is theobromine, because that's what kills dogs and cats. You know. If chocolate were a magical drug thing, it's really the theobromine concentrations that determine the magical qualities, because that's what makes it toxic, and that's what helps you with your heart. You know, that's where all the benefits come from, that's where the stimulation comes from, that's where the negative factors, so therefore that's what it is. And chocolate is just the coating.
Is a
You know?
From killing people for Rose.
Alright, let's eat some food. Oh, yes. Brain bomb, bubblegum. Relish, cranberry, .com, glowing fungus puree, infused sunflower tea, Radex diluted pumpkin pie. Oh my. Silk bean puree, silk bean soup, steeped fern flower tea, steeped fever blossom tea, steeped melon blossom tea, chai, sweet potato stew, Sweetwater special blend. Isn't it crazy? Alright. A whole lot of foods.
You ever get a melody stuck in your head? One day,
And then right over here, we can see the duration. Ah, you see, silk bean soup lasts for half an hour. Brain bombs last for an hour and a half. Bubblegum lasts for 10 minutes. Or 5 minutes, depending. Everything else lasts for an hour. Silk bean soup is just the food and water. That's what I'm talking about. These other items over here last for an hour. Yeah. Oh boy, I can't fit them all. I can't fit them all. Yeah. So now we're good to go.
If I do not get more jet soon, I will blow up you.
Okay. Alright, about to go back out there and take over the map. And we're at the 2-hour mark, so I'll be getting some coffee. I'll be right back. Yeah. Yeah.
Alarm. Standing down. I think there's a green spot between Rose and me. Your cooperation is requested. I know where you sleep at night.
Hail. Yeah. Yeah, the sound of lasers along with the piano is very Fallout. It's a very Fallout thing. Get ourselves a death claw. Oh boy, don't you hate it? Before we get too deep, we have to close the game out, people. Because it's not showing the workshops. Yeah. Yeah, at least it comes up quickly, so it's not a problem. Big old pile of bodies. I believe that's the Palace of the Winding Path by the architecture. Yeah, the update's coming in 50 minutes, so we have that long. My gosh. I think I sneezed because this microphone's dirty. Yeah, so now that y'all got a good grasp of the Grounded game that I streamed yesterday, what'd you think about it? It's my upper lip. My upper lip is catching all kinds of horrors. It's like a baleen whale. See, if you cripple this guy, he can't do nothing. Yeah. Oh, baby. Oh, you just got No Man's Sky? Yeah. I played No Man's Sky for a bit. And it got a VR update. I don't know how good that is. It's definitely a game. It takes up a lot of time. It's pretty cool because the whole feeling of going from the surface of a planet up into space and then back down is pretty darn perfect, sort of. You can fly around a planet just fine, go up to space just fine. I felt it was sort of lacking in certain feature, but I think it was just my interpretation of what to expect. It's really about trying to get to the middle of the galaxy. And there's a lot of procedurally generated planets. And the cool thing is, once you get there and you label them, you're the first person to see them. And I believe you could label them. You know what I mean? Because it's random. And there's an infinite number, potentially, of planets, depending on where you are. You might just be the first human to see that planet and to see that variation of that ecosystem. And you could label everything and then catalog everything for money. So, in the same way that Grounded had the feature where I would scan items into a computer for some sort of resource and for plans and whatnot, No Man's Sky the same thing. You would take pictures like Pokemon Snap of all these things and then scan them in for some sort of currency. Yeah. But it's sort of... It's almost too boring to stream. I streamed it for a while or whatever, but it's really like a relaxing, therapeutic, you're on some planet, you're surviving, you're breathing. It's like a true survival game where it's just pure survival. But there's some pretty cool stuff. You could put little resource nodes out there. You have them processed. The graphics are pretty cool. Oh. I played for a little bit. And it has a VR option. Yeah. I think I tried it in VR and I think it did work, but see, VR is a huge resource hog, so you just have to have a really awesome video card. It's sort of... So, if you do have a really amazing computer in the future, anybody, there's a couple of things that you want to do to showcase your computer. One is Minecraft, because they have ray tracing. So you get Minecraft and you show off how amazing your video card is. Another one would be No Man's Sky VR, because that one utilizes your hardware, and it's all dependent upon that for your frame rate and everything. You know. It could be a wonderful experience. There's jetpack and a cool gun, and you have this 3D sculpting situation. And you could dig into the earth and create a little tunnel, stuff like that. It was made of voxels, like the land itself might have a cave and whatnot. Yeah. I mean, this is a lot of running around, but there's a lot of bad guys that you're actually fighting. Not like avoiding or just taking a picture of. There's a bunch of robots, you see, and they're dangerous. And you do fight them, but it's not really an action combat game. It just happens to feature some bad guys from time to time. And yeah, this other thing they want to get. I'm sure there's new stuff now, but it's not really that kind of game. It's more of a building, exploring, resource gathering, surviving. And it's a very beautiful game. You're taking pictures, the land, the whole building of flying around in space and then landing, and space mining. Oh, there's space combat, more so than the ground combat. It's very cool. So there's space pirates out there, and now there's more multiplayer features. So there might even be PvP. I don't even know what there is. I don't think there is. At first, other people were just like a floating dot of light. So. Let me lower down my life. See, my life is too high, so I'm not doing that much damage. And now, of course, I'm stuck. Now, of course, I don't have any more dirty water. So we have to sit here like a chump. And take longer than I want to kill these things. And I'm over encumbered, you see? These stacked issues. But I'll straighten them out in just a moment. Yep. I'm really reliant upon my radiation levels to provide more carry weight through strength. And through my life being low. That's why I call this armor. Kind of crazy, really. Okay, I'll put down my little building. Oh, wish me I couldn't see. Yeah. Let me break this down, or discharge. Dash. I'm just gonna get this online really quick. I'm just gonna get the resources here at this workshop online. I like to get some of these online before others. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Come on. Go. See, you could build a while running if you start running before going into the build menu. Up. Yeah. Yeah, adrenal reaction gives you a whole lot of damage. Keep your life very low, get a ton of damage. Whenever my life is pretty high, I don't kill things as fast. You saw me take a while to kill that creature that Sheep Squatch, even though that was a very powerful Sheep Squatch, I can kill that thing quickly if I have my life very low. Yep. So I'm putting hard bargain on, or home defense. Hey there, Stefan. How's it going? How's it going? I like this song. Sort of. There we go. Oh, yeah. Yep, remember, to do more damage, Skeet Shooter, which tightens up that shock group, and Concentrator Fire, whatever, and, you know, Bloody Mess, whatever, doesn't really matter, and everything else that we mentioned, but if you destroy their limb, they die so much faster than just trying to kill them. You know, if you just destroy that leg, they die a lot faster, and it seems like the weapon's doing way more damage.
I find 14 supplies for you.
Okay. I'll come back later on. In just a bit. I have to set up a couple workshops. Yeah. I need some dirty water in my life. That's okay. Cool. So I've been informed today that this weapon I have right here is one of those quote-unquote magical guns that the noobs call it. Those cheating noobs. They refer to some chump in the YouTube chat a while ago asked me if I had any godly or magical guns. I don't know what they're talking about, but then I found out it's certain weapons that are bugged in a way that operate in a strange manner is what a magical weapon is, that the chumps like to use terms that they don't make up themselves. So that's what it means. Okay, so in the past, the meat hook used to be a magical weapon because it was a bugged weapon in a positive manner. Right now, this weapon here is a magical weapon. Because, apparently, a weapon with bash damage, like this weapon here with bash damage on it, if this is a bloodied weapon, whatever, with bash damage, it sort of acts like Furious. Like the bash acts like a Furious effect, sort of. And it does an absurd amount of damage really quickly. Or even more, it is more than a Furious effect, or something like that. That's why I was so powerful when I was using this weapon. It's because it's sort of bugged in a positive manner. You see, if you know that, you can say, oh, my weapon does that? Well, what do you know? That's interesting. But if you go out of your way to look for that weapon, I mean, if you look for a bugged weapon on purpose as part of your build, like, and that's part, and then you're trying to buy it from somebody. Hey, anybody have a weapon with bash damage because it does that cool thing? That's bad. It needs to be, it just so happens to have that effect. Whoops. But you shouldn't go out of your way to give yourself that condition, you know? But now we know. Just the term magical weapon just means a weapon with a bug that is working for you instead of against you, you know? It's like doing something crazy. some crazy thing is happening. Okay. I can now officially... I can now reopen the YouTube chat. I closed it out for a while to teach all of them a lesson. There we go. There we go. But yes, if you're specifically, well, you shouldn't be trying to grind for a weapon that you know. You shouldn't be trying to get it. In fact, you shouldn't even be using it. And part of me wants to avoid using the weapon now. Now that I've been told that this weapon has a bug where it does an excessive amount of damage, it makes me not want to use it because it's not a sustainable concept. You shouldn't rely on that as part of your build. Once you're informed that the thing that you're doing is bad, you should stop. It's kind of sad, really. That's just how I roll. Once I'm told, it's like, great, thank you for telling me. That's part of the reason why I closed out YouTube chat, because someone says, hey, what kind of weapon do you got? Did you know that that's a magical weapon? Come on, you gotta tell me these things. I don't want to know these things. Don't tell me. Like the second person says, did you know that at Dabney Homestead, it's bugged where the defense event happens right away for some reason? And I just didn't notice it. Let's just say that the rest of them take time, but this one happens right away. Well, at that point, I would never take over this workshop. I would do all the workshops besides this one the second I'm told about it. Just like how the second I realize just how cheating it is to do the bomb, I'm now forced to never go into somebody else's bomb again for a year and a half. You know? I'm forced to never go in line in the sand again. The second I'm told about, hey, there's a bug there. I thought it was just a random bug. But the second I was informed that someone's doing it on purpose, I can no longer go. You say? Well, I looked it up in between. I typed in magical weapon, right? I typed in just magical weapon, right? And the first thing that we get is this. Because you just wrote, you said it needs to have a faster fire rate over 200, whatever the heck that means. But I didn't type in anything. But look, it says legendary weapon bashing damage is a magical broken. I didn't type in bashing, and there it is, bashing. You know? Therefore it's true. I typed in magical weapon. And right here I found, and this is the first time I'm reading this paragraph, by the way. I just found out from someone that there is a legendary prefix on a weapon such as bashing damage increased by 40%. If you use this weapon, such as a shotgun in VATS, you can basically one-shot. The shotguns? Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. Well, okay. Well, this is something else. 'Cause I never read the article. Okay, I figured it's vaguely true. It might not be technically true. I don't want to know how true these things are. I don't like learning about bugs or exploits or anything. But they're saying that if you have a shotgun with bash damage and you use VATS damage, VATS attack, it one-shots things. But who even knows? Whatever. People are really trying to figure out just exactly how these cheats work, and I hate it. Because then they're trying to activate them and then duplicate those things and make that into a trend.
Hey, oh my gosh.
That becomes a meta.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's the same people that trash the game for having bugs are the same ones that specifically try to utilize whatever bugs that you can to maximize winning in a situation. It's because they're looking at all the laughable bugs that there are, because they're swimming in that world and they're Man, look at all the back doors you have open. Man, look at all the back doors you have open. Man. But you're using the back doors to rob from the back of the building while you're complaining about it. It's sort of like you're laughing about how easy it is to manipulate the system. You know, so in that context, they're making fun of it, but they're really just exposing the fact that they keep finding a way in to maximize their own personal fun, which happens to be, I guess, winning by their own personal standard or whatever it means to win. So they'll keep on doing it. It's sort of like a game of the Matrix. People give you the Matrix version 85 and you find a way to become Neo again. You know? You're still trying to find ways to become Neo within this new framework, and then you find a way to burst a hole. Alright. I'm putting down a lot of this building here. I'll put this down right here. And some of this. Yeah, so in that context, they don't see the product that the Matrix is giving you as real. It's fake the whole time. They know that this is just a bunch of code that they could easily make themselves in their minds. But now they're given this container to play in. They're trying to find a way to maximize their own control over that system. So it's like you're proud that you can have this much control over the system and really twist it to your own perspective. But you view it like a good way. Like it's a good thing. And everybody else is sort of a chump for trying to obey these little pathetic rules that you don't need to follow. But that's the kind of person that would never, ever, ever, ever roleplay or play pretend, you know? While those same people probably love role-playing games, but it's really just so they can get the achievements of how many endings did you finish, and they're probably just clicking through stuff. They're just clicking X through certain things and then skipping entire narratives and trying to get to the end of all these narrative trees that they looked up online before they even did it, killing all immersion, you know? I think they're incapable of making it in their minds like I'm Tony Stark and I'm gonna get the bad guys. No, it's I'm playing an Iron Man game made by this company, and there's ways to get more points on the screen to get the good stuff. And if you type in this thing or put this code in or do whatever you gotta do, you get extra good stuff. And then you could start off as Supersonic Flim Flam Jones, the gold suit Iron Man. And you could get even more stuff. You don't have to waste your time. You like wasting time? Don't you want to have fun? Isn't that the whole point of it? Oh, Stefan, I was PvPing quite a bit, and I rocked the Casbar. Right before this build, I was doing the power armor and some heavy weapon stuff, and every time I would encounter people, I killed them. Nobody ever killed me. No one killed me during that phase of time, and I killed a bunch of different people. And they tried to kill me. Sort of. Sort of. It was a couple level 90s, a level 80 something, a level 100 and something, a bunch of level 20s. But it was because they were taking over my workshop. I'm still ready to do it because that was a big confidence booster. It was a huge confidence booster in being able to kill these suckers because now I know what it takes. And it's relatively easy. Sort of. Intimidation's a big factor. You know? If you play... it's the same thing... Look, I've always known it's true. It's the same thing in many games. It's a psychological game. Whenever you're playing a first-person shooter, competitive, of any variety, it's how you're playing it that could intimidate the other player and make them miss. You know, you can make somebody miss just by how you're playing. And you can make them cower back in fear and kind of change their whole game by how intense you are. It's this certain level of intense consistency. But you could take that level of intense consistency to a brand new game and use any weapon to kill anybody because they're not expecting it. And it's like it's a complete different mindset. And once you develop that mindset, you can easily kill anybody you want, easily, because it's just about hitting them first. If it's just about hitting somebody first, and then at that point you can really control it. But if you feel like there's nothing you could ever do to harm them, and that they could easily kill you, then it kind of removes that from the factor. So as long as you get your defense up a certain degree, and your damage up a certain degree, where you might have to min-max a bit, then it becomes fun. But not really. Because it really is a first come, first serve, like who saw who first, POW, Twitch reaction gameplay, you know? But I still like to experiment, you know, I like to experiment and have fun and do all kinds of stuff. Even in competitive atmospheres. But that gets me killed. And then in games that have a very long cooldown timer, it really sucks because I can't just play in a safe sort of consistent manner. I have to have a bit of fun with it. And it'll take me a while of playing that multiplayer game to develop that mindset of instantly killing somebody. It really is... It's a psychological thing, completely. Is a person out there, you can just go, you can just get him. Versus, oh no, there's a person who's gonna get me, let me go over here, oh no, pow, pow, pow. If you just walk around the corner and get him, it happens all the time. In many games, like in Battlefield or anything, if you're firing at somebody, they're firing back at you. If you just run over there and bob and weave for a second, and then turn the corner and shoot them, they're going, oh no, he's coming, what do I do? Oh, he's here. And then they turn and they're dead. They don't immediately stand up and start running the other way because they're in a different wavelength than you. Some people just immediately start running around and instantly kill stuff and keep on moving. It's that mindset you have to develop in these games. Yes, it really is like a shock and awe Brotherhood of Steel situation, you know? And if you shoot their dead body for a while after they're dead, that's part of it. It's like, you keep on moving around. It's a big deal. It's all part of it. Psychological. It just needs to remove the ease of getting certain things. You know, because then you get a bunch of chumps doing things. If something's hard to, if the good weapons and armor are hard to obtain, you end up with a bit of honor when it comes to PvP because they both have earned it. And you have to, if you have to actually play the game, the combat is fun. But if it doesn't require earning anything, you end up with very lazy, quick PvP. And you know. Just asking if people want to fight you. Hey, want a 1v1? Like you walking up to people saying, you want to fight? Like, that's what happens. It turns into that where there's no more strategy. It's just, let's go. And whenever it reaches that point, you know for a fact you can't die because you have all the defensive perks in the world on and a drug and everything's all ready. And then you say, come on, let's fight. Because now you've removed all danger and it's just, I don't know. You know, they're really just trying to see how fast they can kill something so that whenever the real game comes, they'll be ready. But yeah, I had a great time with the other build. See, a lot of times I feel like if I see a person in power armor, they're a chump and they're easy to kill. Or something. Or their build isn't all that complex, is what I imagine, because you're in power armor. But it kind of goes full circle where sometimes if you're in power armor, you're super duper powerful. Because that's just how your build is. You know? And it's about how you handle yourself. You're just, a lot of people in power armor, they don't move all that well. They're just kind of standing there. But you could really hustle. If you're moving like you're not wearing power armor, in power armor, and doing all kinds of stuff, I think it's very intimidating. You know? Now, with the intimidation factor, when you're not wearing power armor, this guy looks so darn weak. This guy looks like he could easily die. You push him off the top of this, he's gonna get hurt. Oh, ow, my elbow, right? Okay. But, and it's kind of hidden, and it's so that means if a person sees you, they'll go, oh, this guy, let's go get him. And now they're ready, and now part of it, if you look like a bloodthirsty warrior, the other side sort of like lowers their gun a bit, and they're kind of like cower their head, and there's a certain fear, like the Batman thing. I think that, you know, Batman, he knows what he's doing. The scarier you are, it's sort of like you control the battlefield through this psychological control, because it's like they think that you're stronger just by looking at you. I already have this factor, by the way, built in because I'm level 989. So that's kind of built in. You know, and I am using that because I know that they can see my level. Sometimes I stand and let them see my level for a second. And then I start moving around all quick just to let them see that I can move. So I move around a bunch just so that they know I'm not some chump that can't move. Big part of it. So I could probably dodge their bullets. And I'm level 989. And I look like a fool. The fool factor, I don't know. But my main point is psychology is a big part of it. And once you develop that essence of being a bloodthirsty warrior and pouncing upon the prey, there's not much that they could do about it. Depending. Unless they're cheating. There's some people that take pride in just not moving. I'm sure you could imagine a scenario where you're at a workshop and there's a player and they're not dying. And you're running back in, doing the bloodthirsty warrior thing, going, ah, pow, 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 pow. And they just turn at you, wave, and start dancing in the middle of the fire, and then shoot you, and then laugh, and then throw up. That's very embarrassing. But you see, they have like this crazy full health build, and they're spamming a bunch of drugs and food and whatever, and Nuka-Colas with a dodgy, and let's just hope not God mode, there's some other garbage going on. To the point where you just can't kill them, you have to like do some crazy amount of extra damage to do it. So at that point, you're just not meant to kill them. You're just not meant to. That's why I was saying that the min-max scenario applies to PvP, because sometimes you have to do enough damage to get through that crazy wall of defense, and you do enough and just keep on getting them, and it penetrates, you know. Well, yeah. You're basically saying, it's not me, it's my gear. Because look, I'm not dodging you. And I don't have to really even try. Watch, click, and you're dead. Ha ha ha. Maybe one day you'll get good gear if you have a bunch of friends that give you stuff for free. Maybe one day you'll have a support network. Hey, Steve, so you're asking about the range shots with the Gauss shotgun. It's pretty good. Now, there's a Scorched Beast out there. and it gets kind of flimsy-flamsy. The percentage drops pretty darn low with VATS, and it gets kind of sporadic. But if you have the Enforcer perk gives your shotgun, all shotguns, a 30% chance to stagger, and I think maybe an 18% chance to, sorry, a 30% chance to cripple, and I think an 18% chance to stagger. %, chance to stagger, which means every third shot, or even every third pellet. So if you hit them with spray, but every third shot, okay, will just cripple their limb. And crippling is different than damage, because you could damage a limb until it's crippled, or you can just cripple it. I think crippling is a condition that could randomly appear whenever you take a certain amount of limb damage. You know, you could never have your limb crippled and just die, or have it crippled. But if you have limb crippling, that's different. It's a big deal, is my point. So, you're using the shotgun to kind of spray in that general area. Can't see, it's all bright. With Skeet Shooter, you see how the shot group isn't the most spread out thing. But you just want to tag him, and then once he lands, you can get closer and then swap to something else, to be honest. But for everything else, the range shots are amazing. Watch this, or especially with VATS. If you use VATS, you know, to do like a limb shot. Okay, see that guy right there? I'll get that guy from way over here. See, it's relatively awesome. Whoops, well, that was me not hitting him, but it's relatively awesome. You know, you got this situation with, it comes with this weird short scope, which is very strange for a shotgun. The fact that it only has one scope on it. So here's a hint. They want you to appreciate this shotgun like it's a rifle. Okay? Because it has the extended barrel. Extended for longer range. And it has only one scope, the short scope, which is a very weird scope to have. Normally you'd have something like a green dot sight or something like that, something that's smaller for like hip firing, but this is really meant to fire way the heck over there, relatively accurately with a tight shot group where you can shoot through a window. It's really awesome. It's fantastic, especially if I use VATS to hit their leg. It works pretty darn far. It kills them, pow, done. And if I'm in our area, it's do that sort of thing. I'm aiming at their legs, but it's pretty awesome. Hey there, bottle chap. Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. Oh gosh. Yeah, I was a rifleman build a long time ago, and it sort of behaves the same way. And just know that this shotgun, it's also explosive. It's energy and explosive, so it's a big deal. So the Grenader perk works, and it's just so much damage. And of course it charges, you know, for exceptional damage. Yeah, Eugene, Gino, you went down to the deep. You found the communists. All right. Go back down here. Hey, in 10 minutes, I think the game's about to shut down, which means I'll head down to West Tech. Hey, wasn't that cool, the fact that there was living Chinese people in the game, underground, speaking Chinese? Even though they're ghouls. I have to lower my life. I need more dirty water. I need to lower my life. Not doing enough damage. I have to get some dirty water. Yes, I've ridden the drill. It pops out in a couple different spots. Pretty cool. There's an area in the northern mire, area near the Scorch Beast, Flim Flam, and the Toxic, in the Savage Divide, area at the very, very south, and then some other spot. Okay, give me that dirty water, please. Yeah. No. Well, I do know that once the game goes offline, we'll be learning about the patch notes. I have this pulled up over here on the side. Oh boy. Waiting for it to update so I could... Oh my gosh. I really hate the Chrome browser. The Chrome browser is a piece of garbage. I'm telling you what. Browser is a piece of trash. It really is. Alright. But yeah, so I'll show you the range here. Let me lower my life down. Pretty accurate, right? I think the entire shot group went in through that window. Let me get these resources I skipped. I would like to go to West Tech. Yes, I'll be back later after the patch. Right when it comes back up, because I want to maximize my event. Oh, I'll tell you what, whenever there's events, I play as much as possible. Woo! Oh my gosh, so exciting. So exciting. See, I just aim at the leg and it goes down. Aim at the leg and it goes down. It pops. You saw that? Wonderful. If I charge first, I could then get him with the VATS afterwards. I shoot this truck to wake him up. Yeah. Alright, now I have time to go to West Tech. That's right, West Tech. We have 4 minutes left until this thing happens. Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda, yeah.
Nice try.
Like my game, Mutant? Having fun? I've done a pistol build. I've tried a couple times because there's some pretty cool pistols. I like the whole idea of a laser pistol. It's like Han Solo, you know. And then I tried it with the Gauss pistol again. I returned to it, you know, but it just felt really inaccurate and not that powerful enough. And it felt like it was breaking all the time. Like the durability was just, you know. I tried it with the Gauss. I might return to it again, you know. And a big reason that I first wanted to try it is because of the gun runner perk that says you move 20% faster with a pistol. And I built everything up leading up for the pistol situation until I found out that it doesn't stack with speedrunning. That kind of killed all my motivation behind it. But there's a couple things that I realized pistols specialize in. Namely, one was the gun runner, so you move faster without needing to have a mutation. And two was the fact that I believe it has better hip fire accuracy than other weapons. I think it's the only weapon that has a hip fire perk. This is a big deal. I like to figure out why are weapons important, what is the point of the weapon. And it seemed to me like you're supposed to be a person that runs around with a pistol. So if you have like a cavalier build where you take less damage while you're running, you might want a pistol if you can handle it. So over here, it's great that you asked the question. I actually know about this stuff. Sort of. Modern Renegade over here under pistol. Gain excellent pistol hipfire accuracy and a 4% chance to cripple a limb. You see, it's just 4% chance feels very low, but it says you gain excellent pistol hipfire accuracy. You see? No other weapon has a perk that says you gain hipfire accuracy. And I've always felt, I've never really confirmed it, but I've always felt that hipfire accuracy really just translates into VATS accuracy. You know? That's just, I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. So, if you have a VATS damage, whatever the heck it is, anything with VATS involving with a pistol would be good, essentially. If you had adrenaline, Grim Reaper sprint and you're running around or some garbage, it might be kind of fun. Especially if you have like a silenced pistol. You know? So, that's why you would use it. It's just, for me, I felt like the weapon was breaking way too quickly. A solution for that would be repair kits, or having a backup weapon. Yeah, I feel like it might be a bug because maybe I feel like the shotgun should break faster than the pistol because this is a shotgun and it's going kaplowy, and I feel like there's a lot more wear and tear involved. But I feel like the shotgun lasts forever and the pistol does not. And I feel like the Gauss minigun lasts forever as well. And you'd figure that because it's a minigun, miniguns tend to break quickly. You know? I believe it was a couple patches ago when they made it where heavy weapons don't break as fast. But I think it might be something they need to address. If they address it where the pistols no longer break, I'll probably return to it. But that was one of the larger factors behind it. But it is nice having that weapon. And if I was going to do it, I do have a weapon on the side. In fact, let's go to it right now. Like, I have it over here right now. Because I can't get rid of it. I have a pistol. Waiting to be used for whenever the game. I can do it right now. And the cool thing is, use the same ammo, you know, same ammo. I don't have to worry about that factor. It's just, without certain perks, it's kind of, well, why even use the weapon? But if you could afford just enough to use the perk, you're good to go. If gun runner stacked, I would definitely be using the pistol in my hand to run around and always pull it out in between fights. Let's try that right now. Do I have it? I probably do. I have all kinds of weird garbage in here. I might have finally got rid of it. There it is. Well, that one's kind of lame. Kind of lame. Kind of lame. Kind of lame. Yeah. No wonder. Because that one's kind of lame. Maybe I got rid of all the rest for some reason, and I kept this one for some reason. But it looks like I only have one left. Yeah. I have a couple extra miniguns, but I have this here. It's suppressed, and it has the faster fire rate, agility, damage to animals. I was going to use it to help kill some flimflammery, but it's kind of garbage, to be honest. It's just such a weird... And I also noticed it was surprisingly inaccurate compared to other weapons. Yeah, and this. I think this weapon would only be good if you had a bloodied version. You have a bloodied version and you, oh, the game's shutting down in 4 minutes. Yeah, if you had a bloodied version and you had it peaked out, I think you'd have to really min-max to make that pistol be worth it. Some weapons aren't all that good unless you min-max. By min-max, I mean try to maximize the weapon and minimize the negative factors and whatever. You know. Certain weapons really shine when they're really maxed out. Certain don't. You know. Sometimes you just don't... It's kind of hard to even see the point of certain weapons unless you have them do just enough. And then they become awesome. Like the shotgun with the... Well, not so much like the shotgun, but... The... Skeet shooter is a very important perk. Alright, the game's about to shut down. I'm waiting for... Aha, look. It says it right here. We've now kicked off today's maintenance. It's offline. You can't play right now. But they said right here that patch notes will be posted during the maintenance. So are the patch notes posted? Offline. General discussion. Well, they're supposed to post the patch notes anytime now. Alright. Game's about to shut down.
Nice to finally see a friendly face.
Scaring me. Maybe I'm not as friendly as I look.
Well, as long as you don't hurt me. How's it going today?
Going pretty good, you know. I'm hungry, injured, everything wants to kill me. I'd say it's going okay.
You just gotta keep your head up. Well, I wish you luck on the rest of your day.
Hey, you too, friend. Give me all your money. Trying to be nice to me? Trying to be nice to me? What is this? Russia? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, yeah. Boom, boom, boom. 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 Boom, 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 boom. Huh, 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 boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard to try. Keep that in mind as I just rhyme just playing a due time. All I know, time is a valuable thing. Once it flying by, the pendulum swings. So unreal. Alright, now that the game is offline, they will surely post them patch notes. Okay, maybe if I go over here, fallout.bethesda.net/en. All I know. So unreal. Where? Well, they want to lie to me. If they want to lie to me, if they're so eager to lie to me, they said that they'll be posting things, and they lied to me. Look, they said right here, they said while the PTS, no, well, I guess we have to wait. I guess we'll never find out. Never find out. We're never gonna find. Okay. Aha. Yes. But look, it said right here. Look. Look at this. Right here. As always, liars. Patch notes for tomorrow's update will be posted during maintenance sometime. Sometime between now and then. We just won't tell you when then is. Alright, everybody. Thank you all for watching. And have a great day. Enjoy your life. Have a great day. Yeah. So I guess I'll be back later. Whenever the game wants to be online.
Oh, yeah.
Maintenance can be hours. Maintenance can be hours. Maintenance can be 3 minutes long. I'll just keep on checking if I were you. But it can be hours. Sometimes days. I think the longest the game was offline was 3 months. And they had us keep checking in, otherwise they would delete our account. They said, if you don't keep trying to log in every half an hour, we will delete your account. It was something to do with the servers. Terrible. But I guess I'll be back later on. Okay? Be a nice opportunity to stretch my flims. Alright. Goodbye. Goodbye. I'm joking. The longest they've been offline is sometime I don't know. That's how long. It'd be hours, perhaps. So right now it's 7 a.m. So it could be hours upon hours. It all depends on what the heck is in update 21. As far as I know, update 21 consists of stuff. The fortifying atlas. Now, update 21 I don't think is the One Wasteland for All update. It's not, I don't think. But don't you think it should be? It's August, right? Oh, Season 2 refresh. So, gotcha. Season 2 is whenever this One Wasteland for All thing begins. And you got the new quest line with the Steel Dawn, Daily Ops, and the Bombs Drop event. It'd be pretty exciting. And this might change the entire game. This One Wasteland for All thing. Because it says rebalance combat and rewards scale to your level. What? Crazy. Are they bringing legendary perks? The more I think about it, less I say. So I don't think they are. They're supposed to with this last Flim Flam. And I would imagine they'd want to get them out between... I don't know. They haven't mentioned it, and they like to toot their own horn. And I would imagine that they would have talked about it during this last Inside the Vault. But since they didn't, I don't think they will. Oh, you think the colossal problem? Yeah. Well, hey, well, there you go, Stefan. If they are revealing the... yeah, so if they're doing the colossal problem, they're probably also doing legendary perks. Legendary perks, colossal problem, and... junk turn in. This is going to be the best update in the world. The best update in the world, people. Colossal problem, perk updates, legendary perks, high-level perks, and new legendary perks. All those things together. I'm excited. So excited. Yes. Best game ever. Fallout 76. Let's go check the forum one more time and get the heck out of here. Yeah. Fallout 76. Offline. 2 posts. Nothing about the Flim Flam. Support. Alright, well, goodbye. I'm so excited right now. And don't forget to go pick up this sheet here. You see this sheet? Look how useful it is. I posted 2. One of them has an error, and this one is slightly better. You see? These are the foods I eat. These are the resources needed. Legend right here. Numbers over here on the right. Yay! That makes sense, doesn't it? In the future, I might make it make more sense. Like someone said, I might want to add the times that these things last. Like the puree here lasts for half an hour. Some of them last for an hour, and some of them last for an hour and a half. You see? You like my legend? All these weird numbers over here. 3, 23, 26, 31, 32. See, 3, boiled water. 23, silt bean. 26, spices. 31, potato. 32, wood. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Well, goodbye, everybody. Vortex. Goodbye.